Love
What's
that.
happening, everybody? How's everybody doing? Thank
What's
you
up,
for
Gary?
participating. What's up, Thomas? Oh, I know a bunch of people. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Kevin. Hi, everyone.
All right, let me kick it off for us. We're going to go live now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this last series in the last 4 restaurants we did back-to-back. Thank you for coming to Food Fest Live. Today we have a amazing guest on today with Carrie being our moderator, and I'm really excited to toss it off to our host. Is everyone getting settled in right now? Does everyone have their food? Can I get some thumbs up? Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up on the screen. Great, awesome. All right, now we're gonna kick it off to the main man, Kerry Hokama.
Yo, how's everyone doing? Happy Sunday, guys. You know what? Wally and I are so grateful that you have chosen to spend your Sunday afternoon with us right here virtually. So Food Fest Live, thank you so much. All of you masterminds who put this idea into fruition, I commend you guys, man. So check this out, all you guys, we have some good food in front of us. We're about to enjoy some good time of fellowship. There's this new show by Gary Vee. You guys know who Gary Vee is? So there's a show by Gary Vee, and it's called Tea Time with Gary Vee. Well, I got something better for us right now. It's called Burger Time with Wally V. You know what I'm saying? So we got Burger Time with Wally V. I cannot just express how grateful I am that I am here in Chino right next to this marvelous man who really had an enormous journey to get to where he is today. He had an extensive background doing events, marketing, partying, and just really throwing some amazing events, bringing community together. And that has parlayed into what he does today, vegan style. I mean, we're talking about people who compare this burger, what you're about to have today, is a brand new release, right? So a lot of people say, man, Wally's burgers are like In-N-Out vegan style. But today is a special day because we are releasing, I should say that Beleaf Burger is releasing the newest, right, concept, the chicken katsu sandwich, I'm sorry. And so without further ado, I just want to say, Wally, thank you so much for just like blessing us with this amazing time. Can you just kind of like share about how this concept came about and how this chicken katsu sandwich was birthed?
Yeah, for sure. First off, thank you very much, Kerry, for the introduction. That was great. Thank you, Food Fest Live, for including Beleaf Burgers, Calvin, Iris, Philip, Alan. Thank you, everyone that came through to capture content for us. Celine as well, too. Yeah, so we have the chicken katsu sandwich. I mean, just some background on what Beleaf Burgers is. Like, we're pretty much just we want to be like the vegan fast food joint, you know? So, like, I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of fast food nostalgia growing up in America. Most people will say it's McDonald's, you know? So most of your fast food nostalgia comes from McDonald's. We want to create that, you know, that go-to fast food burger and sandwich experience for people for that next generation. So like next generation, they want to be vegan, they want to be plant-based, they want to be conscious, they want to be whatever. They want to, you know, see the benefits, the health benefits of being vegan. Then we want to serve as that gateway for people to, you know, try something that's familiar and also tastes really good. And, you know, it's just sometimes vegan, or you don't have enough information on food, it can be a little bit unapproachable, intimidating, or just like mysterious and stuff like that. So we want to demystify vegan food. We want to present it in a way that's familiar for people. And we always want to be real playful with our food. So obviously we're known for our Beleaf single. That's our version of the In-N-Out style burger. But our chicken sandwich has been really popular as of late. So we've been trying to come up with new chicken sandwich concepts. Growing up in Southern California, you know, you're going to see all your L&L's, your Ono barbecue. For those of us that have been fortunate enough to go to Hawaii, we'll definitely try, you know, Hawaiian food, which is, it's pretty much just Americanized Japanese food, right? So the chicken katsu sandwich here is I would say, is a little bit of a fusion. Obviously, we have the breaded seitan chicken patty. Seitan is made from wheat and soy. Ours is made from wheat and soy. We have panko breading. The slaw is fresh cut this morning. So it's going to be cabbage, cilantro, and julienne onions. And then we have a sesame dressing, sesame vinaigrette that goes with your dressing. We have a takoyaki sauce, our creamy aioli, and then also some furikake seasoning. The furikake seasoning, you're going to I like to dust it inside with the slaw, and I just like to add some color on the takoyaki sauce as the finishing. Yeah, go ahead.
When you do this, though, Wally, did the people respond? Were they like, "Hey, man, we love your burger so much. Can you come up with something different?" Is that why you made this chicken katsu, or what was kind of like what birthed this idea?
I mean, I think a lot of vegan food out there is a little bit whitewashed. So, for us, especially if you're growing up in that Southern California foodie culture, your palate is not going to be limited to just like whatever you grew up on. So like I'm pretty sure that's a lot of the reason why people are actually interested in this Food Fest Live. People like to engage in food. People like to enjoy food in new and engaging ways. So for us, we just want to be really playful with our palate when it comes to our menu. Our flavors are pretty pronounced. They're bold. They're not safe. So we have like a hot chicken sandwich. I tell people it's a medium heat. It's not mild. It's not foo-foo. So we're gonna go with the flavors. We want to be very authentic with it and respectful for the food, but also present it in a way that it's like delicious.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
If you guys are watching your screen and you take one look at Wally, you already know he's unique and he's different, right? So you know how in today's society, anyone could just start a vegan restaurant and just provide good, healthy food. What is it about you, your uniqueness, your artwork, and just the way you are? How did you infuse that into Beleaf Burger with its branding and its marketing and the kind of culture that you built around it? Because you're so playful, you're artful, you look unique, man. So how do you bring that into this culture here?
Yeah, welcome to. I think someone just jumped in the room. Welcome. Hopefully your food is hot. Is everyone already prepared the food? Or?
Oh, yeah, man.
Okay, I see people eating. Thumbs up. How's everything tasting, guys? What was the question again? Oh, I'm unique and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you got, for example, you have Care Bears all over your wall. You have a bandana that's sideways, and you just bring unique flavor to the culture of what you do. So talk about how you're able to actually create a culture around your brand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the main drivers for me to get into vegan food was that I just felt there wasn't enough restaurants that are representative of me as a consumer, as a user. And, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way it's a very new industry. Obviously, people that are familiar with vegan food know that it's like in the last 5 years, this has exploded from the CPG side to the dine side, pop-up side. So there's so much culture going on. So for me, I just wanted to have a restaurant where if there's people like me, we're into similar things. We're into culture, we're into music, we're into fashion, we're into art, sneakers, all that kind of stuff. Like all that's part of our lifestyle, and it blends everything that we like, from the material stuff to the food. So it's a whole vibes, it's atmosphere that we're building in here. You gotta add the aioli on the bun as well too.
Keep going.
Yeah. And then this goes. So you want to dump that into. There we go. Cool. But for me, I want people to resonate with the restaurant that they're eating at. So we have things that are culturally different than most restaurants. We're talking about the Care Bear stuff. Like my partners that we have experience in licensing and marketing and stuff like that. So this is actually at Cravings 99 Ranch Food Hall. Is the first ever food hall licensing, multi-restaurant licensing opportunity. So what happened is that 6 of the restaurants inside this food hall all did an individual licensing deal with Care Bears, and we all have custom artwork. We had custom food items. We had custom packaging, all that kind of stuff, merch. We had Care Bears mascots come here for the opening party. So, growing up with McDonald's, you have that like all kinds of cool like Happy Meals, the Transformer toys, different kind of toys. So we want to co-op all these cultural significant moments like growing up in the fast food culture, but repackage them in ways that are relevant and culturally appropriate in the times of now.
Hey guys, real quick, let's take a pause real quick here. I'd love to do a couple of things. One, I'd love to see what you're eating there, Carrie, so we could see the crowd there. And it seems like a lot of people are chowing down already or smelling the food. They're getting hungry. So why don't we do this? Why don't we show them how to put this burger together? So we show them, let's take a bite together. Let's take a picture. And then after that, let's play the clip that we have showing off you guys making this food. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. All right. So we got, you got 4 souffle cups And they are. Ooh, yeah, let's move this over here. Okay, cool. So this is the creamy aioli. So you're gonna put it on both buns, top and bottom. If you're like me, you like a lot of sauce, so but only appropriately. So when it comes to the slaw, you don't want your slaw to be too wet. You don't want a lot of wet ingredients in your burger. It makes your food soggy. So you want to make sure that it's nice and covered in your vinaigrette. So I'll give it a light toss. Yeah. If you got extra furikake seasoning, you know, I just like to, my bad. I just like drop it on fries, you know. All right, then we got our chicken patty. We made a big old mess, didn't we? All right, then we got the takoyaki sauce. And actually, you know what? I've been on a juice cleanse for 2 days, so this is gonna be my first solid. I'm gonna eat with you guys. This is my first solid food in 2 days, over 2 days. I'm still gonna finish my juice cleanse though, but I'm gonna eat this with y'all.
I want to see you take the biggest bite that we've ever seen.
All right, picture time, y'all. Get your burgers ready.
Mmm. Mmm.
Yeah, everything looks so good. I'm so jealous I don't have a burger. I'm so jealous right now.
I'm sorry, I finished it before the show started.
Can everyone say cheese for the camera? Real quick, we'll do a countdown. 1, 2, burger, cheese. That's perfect, y'all.
Mm.
All right, after a challenge, back to you, Kerry.
So there's about a good 15, 20 people in here. I want to ask, we want to start hearing from you guys and have questions that you can ask Wally directly, okay? What I want to know is, what was your first take, right, on the idea of eating vegan chicken katsu, and what were you surprised about, right? What were some of the things that you were uniquely surprised about? And are you going to show that video, Kevin?
Kevin's like, I'm too busy eating right now.
I was just like, challenge, sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and play that clip, and then let's get back to the questions. Let's go.
This is bomb, bro.
My name's Wally, and I'm what video is this? Here, okay, I got it.
We're located in the city of Chino, California. Food's always been a part of life. Like I grew up first generation Asian American. Food was always our love language, you know.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Just a quick second.
Aileen? Yeah.
Oh, Aileen.
She bought some burgers and took it to her friend's house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I made an excellent for her. You take it.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to try it again. I think there's a lot of questions, okay?
A lot of what?
A lot of questions. So we'll go.
Oh, nice. Cool. Let's go.
Yep. Are they going to play that?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go questions first, and then we'll go back to the video when he lets me know he's ready. I'm just like chowing. I'm just trying to pay attention, but it's so good, dude. Like, This is so amazing right now.
No worries. I'll direct this, man. So we have a question from Brian Chen. What's up, Brian? Thanks for participating. So his question, Wally, what kind of oil do you use to cook your amazing food?
Perfect question. We actually use a rice bran oil. It's really good oil because it's actually zero saturated fat and has a high smoke point. So that means the oil can get really hot and cook the food without being compromised with quality. A lot of people like it. Obviously, I think anything that has zero saturated fats is going to be a win. So
Our man Chris says, how are you handling COVID with your restaurants?
well, me and Carrie were talking about this on the pre-show earlier this week, and it's just been tricky. You know, restaurants aren't like cash fluid businesses and stuff like that, especially startups and stuff. So, you know, it caught us by surprise. We had to really go straight bootstrap, just ownership, working at the beginning of COVID. And even that we had to deal with because they were having like, you know, flu-like symptoms. So they just decided to quarantine for 2 weeks. So half of our ownership group wasn't able to work. And then when we started coming back, having staffing issues, you know, unemployment is really been affecting our business. I'm sure a lot of small businesses as well too, because a lot of people are on unemployment, again, paid very, very nicely. So a lot of people don't want to work, but you just got to find ways to be aware of the situation and make the proper moves to make people feel comfortable, be available, and just push through, man.
I think that last sentence, you guys, is probably the truest thing you can hear. It's just push through, right? We've all had to make pivots. I know, Thomas, you had to make a lot of pivots as well. And out of this situation, you create new situations that become the norm, and it creates more and more innovative ideas to pivot further. So I think this is such a blessing, because if it weren't for this, we wouldn't be here right now doing this, right? So really grateful for every opportunity that comes our way that can create more opportunities to build our community, right? We, more than ever before, we want to experience a tighter community where we can trust and hang and serve each other. And this has been such a great opportunity. So with that, Jenny asks, are you open today? And yes, we are.
We're reporting live.
We are reporting live. And we actually had a crazy lunch rush that just occurred, right?
Yeah.
So get your butt over here, grab some of these sandwiches. They're Beleaf Burgers. They're their main staple. And can you talk more about just kind of
let's see some of these other ones. So Daniel, the ingredient for the meat alternative is going to be called seitan. Seitan is generally usually like a wheat loaf. Ours is a blend of wheat and soy. What else do we got from Donna? Do we have a wheat bread alternative? I know gluten sensitivity and gluten diet sensitivity is a big topic for eaters right now. We don't have any true gluten-free items yet. I think what we want to do with our food is we want to attack the food in a way that is always never, the flavors never be compromised. So we haven't really found any wheat alternatives product that satisfies that portion yet. But it is on our radar. We know there are a lot of people that are sensitive about gluten, and if you got any suggestions, send us some too. We're always open to try stuff.
They are, man.
Yeah.
Iris,
Yeah.
the gangsta boss.
Yeah.
Iris, the gangsta
Real
boss.
quick.
Yeah.
The video is ready. So after Iris's question, let's go back to that, and then we'll come back to more questions.
All right. So Iris says, is this your first food concept, Wally? And how long has Beleaf been around?
Okay. This is actually, I guess this is the third food concept I've been involved in. A few years ago, when I first became vegan, I definitely wanted to kind of figure out how to get into that industry. So I basically got an internship at my friend's restaurant. And I spent some time there for about a month. Kind of, get your hands dirty, open, close, do a day in life and see if you can really like it, if there's anything you hated about it. And then from there, I helped open a restaurant last year in Orange County called Munchie's Diner. They were a really popular vegan pop-up. And I helped them open up their first brick and mortar restaurant in downtown Santa Ana. That was really, really well. They did really, really well. And then I got the opportunity to partner into Beleaf Burgers over here in Chino. That happened at the pretty much in December. And then our Chino location has been open for a year, and we're about to open our second location in Stanton at the Rodeo 39 Public Market. We're looking at the end of July for that. Thank you.
That was fire. Vote for it, you guys.
My name is Wally, and I'm a partner here at Beleaf Burgers. We're located in the city of Chino, California. Food's always been a part of life. Like I grew up first generation Asian American. Food was always our love language, you know. My dad's a pretty good cook. That coronavirus changed the most. With just the overall experience, obviously social distancing, we were closed for a while, takeout and delivery only. Now we're back open for dining again. I like Food Fest Live because it's unique. I think COVID and just 2020 in general has kind of forced people to reimagine how you operate everyday business. And Food Fest Live is a very interesting platform that can connect businesses with their consumers, giving the current state of affairs.
And we're back.
We have another question from Calvin. It's a good question too. What are the highlights and the lowlights when you started Beleaf Burger? Woo!
I think the highlight was being able to kind of level up. I think breaking into the vegan food scene in that short amount of time and being able to find a home where I can partner in and grow a business, that's like a pretty big high point, I mean, and then as far as low points, it's super far from where I live. So I know Thomas deals with this a lot because you drive a little bit of a distance to go from Loose Leaf to, I believe he's in the 626. So my drive is about an hour each way, depending on traffic, but at least an hour. And the COVID, I mean, it's been crazy. It's been, I think anyone that is an entrepreneur knows that, like, you just got to be a problem solver. So we just had to figure out how to work, how to operate, how to maneuver, how to pull the strings on the things that we have going for ourselves as a business, and also acknowledge our weak points. So some of the weak points that we had is that it's not a high saturation of vegan restaurants in an empire. Also, Inland Empire is very, very vast. It's all suburbs, so there's not a lot of concentration or a high population density. So we had to figure out how to market, how to draw people over, and just figure out how to make it work and not lose focus. We actually had been doing really, really well. We had been seeing month-over-month growth for the first 4 months that I've been in taking over, not taking over, but joined the business. And then the COVID hit, and it's just like it's a whole nother hill to climb, whole nother set of challenges to figure out. So, but as any business right now, like we're opening the second store, and it's like, yeah, I'm like that dog inside the burning house meme. Like, this is fine. But you build thick skin, right? Yeah.
And that partly already answered Safira's question. Like, Safira's question was, what state safety procedures are you taking in preparing the food and for customers?
We can answer that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, since I've been like following the COVID business in China since like mid-January because of the other work I do with my art agency. So we just knew there was a amount of time before this was going to happen in America. We actually, before Governor Newsom even announced a stay-at-home order, we'd already shut down our restaurant to help flatten the curve. So we actually closed our business from March 16th to March 20th. March 19th, the governor announced that restaurants were essential business. So we worked as quickly as we could to open up again. Like I said, there's not a lot of vegan restaurants in the Inland Empire. There's only 3 vegan burger restaurants in the entire IE. And one of them hasn't been operating this entire time. So we're one of the 2. And even the other restaurant that's open is all the way in Redlands and Riverside. So as far as like having vegan options for people to have in and around Chino, is really only us and one other restaurant in Chino. So But as like more information became known, as we did more studying, more research, figure out what kind of sanitary sprays to get, glove procedures, face mask procedures, sneeze guards, train staff, temperature guns, all that kind of stuff. We have COVID protocol before every shift. Make sure people aren't, are being exposed to anyone that is COVID positive. So we kind of follow a hodgepodge of all the best practices to make sure our guests are safe, our staff is safe, and everyone can enjoy the food.
That's awesome, man. I really felt safe. I mean, I got tested myself. I already told them, hey, I'm coming in. I'm negative. I'm safe. We're good. Hey, so everyone wants to know, Wally. Okay, I don't know why you're keeping this information from us. What about the boogie fries? What's up the boogie fries, man? Like, can you tell them about the boogie fries so the next time they come here, they make sure to order some boogie fries?
So the boogie fries are one of two of our loaded fry options. The boogie fries are the most popular. It's like the animal style fries, some in and out, except without the animals. So we got our shoestring French fries, melted American cheese, our house spread, which is like Thousand Island, house caramelized onions, and fresh onions. And it's also dusted with our house season.
A lot of people are commenting like, man, this is like great. Like, how can this be vegan? This is too good. People are thinking about converting. So that says a lot.
Check in.
That says a lot, man. For a lot of you guys out there watching and listening and eating right now, would you have known? Had you not known that this was vegan, would you have? Can you tell that this was like a completely 100% vegan? Yeah, see, I had no idea this was vegan at first.
Yeah, nice.
So that's when you know you're doing some magic and putting together the best stuff out there, man. You know what I'm saying? I commend you for that.
Yeah, I think as far as the vegan food is concerned,
the truth is, guys, real quick, truth is, Wally's lying. This is all me. He's lying, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to tell you guys we got about 5-10 minutes left. We just want to take a couple more questions just to kind of wrap things up in about 5-10. But Wally's still lying.
Let's talk about the vegan food though, because I think that's important. And then even myself, like we all have kind of these assumptions about food, right? Like it's because from the moment we're born to the moment we can actually start making decisions about what to eat and stuff like that, we're always fed. There's baby food, and right after that, it's like milk, and then you really don't know anything that tastes good without meat, right? So it's actually kind of hard to, if you don't have like an open mind about it, that like you can think vegan food can taste just as good as counterpart. And it's because you never really had good food without meat in it. Like everything you turn on the TV, talking about on the internet, all the foodie stuff, like you're not looking at vegan food. And I think really that hasn't really changed until maybe within the last 3 to 5 years. And I think a lot of times like vegan restaurants got by just by waving a vegan banner and not necessarily by having good tasting food. Now with like the growing interest in vegan food, you have, What the Health, you have Game Changers, you have different things. People that want to be more sustainable. There are different reasons why people want to be plant-based. So that competition, I feel, has like not allowed restaurants to survive based on just being vegan. Like they have to have good food. And now there's people entering the market, like people like myself, that I was still eating meat 3 years ago. I had like a very, I have a pretty nice palate when it comes to food. I love food, and that about me did not change when I became vegan. I still love food. Obviously, you guys are eating the same food I'm eating right now. It's fire, obviously. But, like there's other people in the vegan food space that have the same appetite for food that I do, So you can't judge one restaurant and make a blanket decision about the whole category. And that's what, like, when I started eating vegan food, that I thought was like, oh, wow, this is like really, really good. And it kind of raised the ceiling on what I thought the ceiling of flavor was for vegan food. Then I'm like, oh, let me try all this other stuff, So,
yeah.
And I always make the assumption, this analogy that we've all been to like a really shitty taqueria or a whack burger spot or a steakhouse that was like, we're never coming back here, right? But no one ever stops eating hamburgers or tacos or steaks, right? Like you just go, I'm not gonna eat here no more. So I think once you can kind of bridge that gap and it's like, okay, this is just not the vegan spot for me, but there's other good stuff out there, then people are kind of, meeting in the middle,
That's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna close up with one more question, maybe two, but okay, it says, I already saw a couple of these. Do you use Beyond or Impossible, or do you create your own patty?
Okay. So we didn't yet, but our base for our burgers are going to be Beyond Meat. We do have our house recipes on how to make it like our own signature patty, but the base is going to be Beyond Meat.
Okay. Elisa says, where do you buy your ingredients from? Is it buying organic important for Beleaf?
Right now we get our products through a mix of national and local distributors depending on the product. Some of them are very specialty, some of them are local because I also like to support local and vegan owned business as well too. As far as the ingredients, right now we're not organic. I personally eat organic as much as possible, but for the price range that we're at right now, we're not an organic labeled restaurant.
That's dope. Hey, okay, so this is how I want to finish off, you guys. A lot of you guys, and I personally know a lot of you guys in here. And what I want to share is this, is that Wally is here. He built himself a name, a brand, what he believes in. He built his lifestyle around the culture that he says he wants to live. What I love about Wally is that he calls himself, okay, his personal brand, he's the plant-based God. Like, he's called the plant-based God. And I could be like, man, how did you even have the audacity to call, yourself that and just walk around with confidence? That's what I love about this man right here. A lot of you guys have your own personal brands, your businesses. Kevin is the super connector, right? For example, right? Calvin is just a crazy entrepreneur machine who goes out and doesn't sleep until everyone knows about what he's about, right? It's this amazing kind of like profound way that you show up to the world, right? And say, I'm the plant-based God. Can you explain so that we can have that type of confidence and ownership in how we brand ourselves, man? I'm being serious.
I think you're taking a little bit out of context, but like the plant-based God is a play on like a Bay Area rapper called Lil B. He calls himself the Base God. Yeah. So I call myself the plant-based God. Got it. But I think it's important to have fun in how you present yourself. Obviously, we all present ourselves in different ways. Sometimes visually, we manifest ourselves visually how we are inside. Some of us are more just like someone like Kevin is like, he just looks like a regular guy until you see him talk and like, oh damn, I can hear him from like 100 feet away. But like everyone has their own unique style, and for me it's just like this is just the manifestation of all the stuff, everything I've been through as a person culturally, through different industries, through different tastes and profiles and stuff like that. And it's just like everything I am is a reflection of what I am inside.
Yeah. I mean, do we need to hear more than that? Dude, that was awesome, right, you guys? I seriously appreciate you so much today.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming by, man. It's
absolutely
dope.
Absolutely. So you guys if you're in the is this 909 here?
This is the 909.
If we're in the 909, just the base, the front line of the Inland Empire. Mm-hmm. Y'all best believe, right? Best believe to make yourself available to come out here. And everyone's giving, let's get this big screen out the way so that we can see everybody here. There we go.
Yeah, appreciate everybody tapping in with us. I hope you enjoyed your food. Look forward to seeing you guys inside the restaurant when you feel safe. It's all good whenever you're ready.
Yep. And make sure to know that he's opened up a second location in Stanton. Yeah. It's an OC coming up in later July.
Yeah, let me do a little plug for Stanton real quick.
Go for it.
So the Rodeo 39 is going to be a really special project from my friend Andy Nguyen. Some of you are familiar with him. He's the founder of After's Ice Cream. Also, tapped in with a lot of really great businesses. This Rodeo 39 is his first is his first food hall venture. That's fully under his curation. So there's going to be a great mix of restaurants, 16 different restaurants, a brewery, an arcade, really dope retail. Beleaf's second location is going to be in there, along with some of our other friends. Hiro Nori has a ramen spot, Bangsell Boys, Steel Pan Pizza, Best Tea. There's a floral shop, a butcher, a seafood restaurant. So everything's. Oh, there's also an enclosed tattoo shop inside the food hall. So this is going to be City Stanton on Beachy Garden Grove. We're looking at a target open date at the end of July. There'll be full curbside pickup. Everything's fully integrated. It's going to be an amazing food hall, public market, whatever you want to call it, whatever the buzzword is. But I hope you guys can check that out sometime soon.
Hey guys.
Hey, I just wanted to close this up for us. I hope you guys can hear me with my mask on. Honestly, my camera just died, and I was like keeping my social distance, doing my thing, just trying to film this from there. But I just wanted to close this out. Thank you guys so much for joining Food Fest Live. This is a pilot series right here, and we just never know what's gonna happen. And so like my equipment just died, so I'm just like, all right. I started running towards the other camera, and I'm here now. Thank you everybody for joining us and making this experience possible. We love all the feedback. We want to know more about it. Please follow us on all our social tags. We're gonna put in the chat for Wally. We're gonna do a bunch of other social tags for us at Food Fest Live. So please follow us so we get more recognition. Talk about us. Show people that this is a needed service. This is something that we want to keep doing for people out there, that we want to create this unique food experience so we can enjoy